Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Mehak Upadhyay, a legal internet Lexis and company. So let's start a distinction. Let's start discussing about the distinction between Section 6 and Section 43 of TPA. We all know the TPA deals with the transfer of immovable properties, and that transfer should be executed by a registered sale deed or registered mortgage deed or something, or via a registered document, and that should be among two or more living peoples. Wills are excluded from the category of transfer. Even the transfer of interest or rights via partition do not fall within the category of transfer that are governed by this Transfer of Property Act. So, what properties or in what circumstances a property is said to be transferred under TPA? What can be transferred? Or who So section 6 talks about what can be transferred. It says any property could be transferred. Any property, provided it is a immovable property, could be transferred under TPA, provided the transfer does not fall within the 9 categories that are defined under that section. It have 9 clauses, excluding the transfer, excluding the transfer of an immovable property to fall within the TPA, or the transfer in those 9 circumstances is held to be a void transfer. It is not a valid transfer. So one of those clauses is clause A of section 6, talks about the higher apparent. The transfer made by a higher apparent is void, is not a valid transfer. Firstly, who is this higher apparent? Every In the presence of a superior member of the family, or we can say the co-partner of the family, or the superior or the senior most co-partner or senior most member of the family, the members at lower generation level, lower generations cannot act as the owner of the property unless the property has not been transferred or has not been acquired by them through some or until the property self is acquired, or they have received the share via partition. If it is a joint family, then the father or the senior most member of the family is generally the owner. If in the presence of that owner, his successors would be defined as higher apparent, because they are the highest, but they are the highest of that higher of the owner, but they would be acquiring the ownership rights after the death of the owner, or until that owner did not share transferred his rights or interest through some other person, or had not shared his rights via some gifts or something else. So in that case, he is referred as higher apparent, and and the transfer made by a higher apparent of the property, he is not entitled at the present. Higher apparent has been the transfer made by higher apparent is declared as void, or is as an invalid transfer, because the right vested in the property has not yet been transferred to him, or has not been yet vested in him. He may be the future owner, he may be the successor of the owner of the real owner of the property, but he is not the owner himself, so he cannot transfer the property. So, but then we talks about what is section 43. In section 43, it is for the section 43 is for the interest of the transfer for the transferee. If the transferor misrepresent himself to be competent to transfer the property, competent that he have right to make to execute this transfer, execute this deed, and the transferee believes and provide the transferee with the reason to believe, and the transferee do believe him in that scenario, and if the transfer has been made, in that case the transfer would be held, the transfer would be stopped, and then it would be at the hand of, it would be at in the hand of the transferee to proceed to seek the court to invalidate the transfer, and hence can claim for compensation, or he can wait till the transferee till the transfer acquire the interest in the property, in question, and then and then and then con- and then comply with the contract so signed between the parties, and hence may ask for the possession of the property, provided the contract has not been rescinded by the parties. So that the section 43 gives right to a transferee beside even against the wishes of the transferor. So what are the distinct what so there is a very controversy, that there are very arguments in various cases that these both sections are just opposite to each other, and 43 is a rule of estoppel, and the section 6 is a substantive evidence, a piece of substantive evidence, so a rule of substantive evidence. So they both are contrary to each other. The courts in various says that section 6 section 6 comes into play when both the transferor and transferees are aware of the fact that transferee is the higher apparent, transfer is the higher apparent, and is not the and is not in the authority to execute the deed, has no interest or right vested in the property he is executing. While in section 43 the transferee is unaware, is transferee is not aware of the fact that transferor is not the competent party to be engaged in the transfer with, and the property the right in the property is not vested in the hands of the transfer, and on the basis of this misrepresentation by the transferee get into this execution. So the major difference between both the sections lie between the knowledge of the transferee. In the section 6, transferee is well aware of the fact that transferor is not the competent party. However, in 43 he has been frauded. He has been frauded by the transferor. So just to prevent that frauded conditions, here section 43 has been incorporated in the TPA by the legislature. So that's all about section 6 and section 43. Do like the video and subscribe our channel. Thank you.